Hey everybody, so my timeline is wrong. As I mentioned in my hype video, thank you to Jason for pointing this out. I will be doing another one, and based off of his comment. It's a long comment, but let's get started.
Abuse. I won't give up or refuse. This is how it feels when you're bent and broken. This is how it feels when your dignity's stolen and everything you love is leaving. You hold on to what you believe in. Don't stop the party.
So first off, I'm wrong that the Egyptian series takes place during the Percy Jackson series. So I'm going to change this all up right now. This part, though, that is good. We're all good there. But let's switch everything up. So I'm going to take down, so to start, just to clear things up, I'm going to take down my dates, okay? And I'm just going to put the books in order first. That's just going to be the easiest one. So this can stay though. This is good. I'm just going to replace Giant War with Blood of Olympus, just so we can keep our book straight. So this whole section we are going to move over. So I'm just going to move this over, everything down or over, because all of these are still important. So we're going slowly. Nice. Just slowly. We know that the crossover still happens after this one. So we have the Serpent Shadow over here. Now, we got the Blood of Olympus going on. Okay? We got some space. So first of all, we have our Titan War. There's our Titan War. So, let's clear some more space. Don't have a lot of room on this wall. Okay, so we have our Titan War that's going on, and that happens here. Now, then we have the Red Pyramid after that. And actually in between the Red Pyramid and the Titan War is the Lost Hero, because the Lost Hero takes place in November, early December. This is around Christmas. Then after the Red Pyramid happens, the Throne of Fire happens pretty quickly, since that one happens in March, I believe. Where did Throne of Fire go? Hold on, I gotta find it. I shouldn't have scrambled all of these. Okay, I'm gonna make another one. I made my other one. There it is. So, then we have the Throne of Fire going on. Now, we're gonna move down our timeline. We're gonna get rid of this for a minute, like I said. Yeah, we're just messing up our entire timeline, and I will be making sure all of these are still very important to keep in mind, like Python taking over Delphi, and so on and so forth. So after the Throne of Fire happened, in that early time, we have everything. So we have the Son of Neptune. Then we have everything, because the Son of Neptune, then immediately after Mark of Athena, then immediately after the House of Hades, and then immediately after the Blood of Olympus. Yeah, sorry, this is not a very well laid out timeline. And then we have the Serpent Shadow, and then that's when we dive in. And this is how I believe it is. So, I believe it is. I'm going to go double check that. Okay, so pretty sure this is how it goes now. So the Lost Hero, so the Egyptian series, as you can tell, is happening on at the same time as our Heroes of Olympus series. Now, sorry that I thought that was it, but it does make some sense if you think about it. The Red Pyramid being around here, who is to say that that did not happen? And also, just remember, all of these other things are very important, and really the important thing is that at the point of the trials of Apollo, and at the point of Magnus Chase, which is just going to be represented by Annabeth and Magnus No, at these 2 points, it's important to know that all of these things have already gone down. Everything has already happened, as well as the crossover. That has already happened too. Now, the crossover probably already happened even before the trials of Apollo, because we said it around September or October, and this is in January. And Magnus Chase, like January too. And right now, Magnus, and then the Hammer of Thor is going to be in March. So right now, this one, the Trials of Apollo, is a month and a half behind Magnus Chase. Now, as for some questions, what you guys mentioned up here, how old is exactly Nico? That one has been answered. Everyone, thank you for reminding me that he is 14, in fact. So I'm going to clean up the timeline a bit more, as you can tell I destroyed it all. I'll clean up the timeline a bit more, and after the Trials of Apollo, we're going to be going back to this timeline and specifically looking to see if we need to add any of this important stuff here. Okay? Now, all of this is still important. The Sword of Hades happening is important. The Greeks going quiet and the Egyptians going quiet. That one's over here. And Nico seeing Rome for the first time, Battle of... all of this stuff is very important to know for the series. These are like the little details that are still important to remember. So, okay, so that's the timeline as of now. I'm going to be looking at Jason's comment again still, and you might see it, you might not. I'll make sure that everybody can see it. If you don't see it, it's in the timeline video, the last one that I did. And just so you guys know, because I figured this out, he pointed out that there is an inconsistency in the timeline concerning the Lost Hero and the Son of Neptune, and that is that everybody was saying that Jason and Percy were missing for the same amount of time, 8 months, which would mean that he would have gone missing in October or September, and everybody assumed that that was the case. But seeing as the Son of Neptune happened 6 months after the Lost Hero, that is a problem because that's only 6 months, and they say that he was only missing for 6 months. Now, for starters, the Lost Hero is not set in September or October, for one thing, and I know that because I live near Chicago. There is no snow in September or October. There is none. It starts coming around like November, okay? You might get a little flurries in October, but not what they were describing in the book where it was just covered. No, please don't let that happen. We have bad enough winters already. But the other point that I want to mention is that it is actually answered why there's that weird time lapse. And he would have gone missing, and I could tell you when he would have gone missing if I could figure out when Grover's birthday is. And I explain that more when I go into the story Percy Jackson 5.5, but Annabeth says it herself, that even demigods can be susceptible to the mist. So if Piper and Leo thought that Jason was in their class all year, then who's to say that all of Camp Half-Blood didn't think Percy was still around for 2 months after he actually did go missing? It would make sense to Hera's plan, because then Annabeth would still have that, like, opening fire to actually try to find him and have that drive to find him and be willing to go out and do this sort of thing without having to let her go for 2 months trying to figure out where he is, because she'd probably look in some strange places. So that is my answer. Annabeth says it herself that even demigods can fall to the mist magic. So that's what I think the answer is. Again, thanks for letting me know about this timeline problem. I'll clean it up some more, but that is our timeline video for today. Don't forget to leave any thank yous for Rick Riordan in the comment section down below. Cannot wait for the Trials of Apollo to come out, and hopefully after the Trials of Apollo I'll have this all cleaned up and we can keep adding to our timeline. So, thanks for watching. Bye!